right, y'all. Welcome to this edition of the This is Let the Fans Speak episode. We want you guys to come on in. Come on in. Please, come on in. We told you that we had this thing ready for you guys. I'm not going to be big and energetic about it because a lot is at stake here.
Did we put the link out? Arlington? Did we put the link out?
It's nothing hard to put the link out. All you have to do
All
is
right, we're here. Let's do that. We're going to put it right here in the chat for you guys. If you guys want to join us.
I'm A-Train. That's Spurs there. We're
Click
here.
right there on the link. You see it. Click. What's up? Hey, how's it going there, lovely lady out there in Houston?
Yeah, the lovely lady that's out there.
Arlington.
I appreciate that, Los. Appreciate that very much. So.
The question we have to ask ourselves, right?
Okay.
Well, Arlington, where do you want to start at? Because I'm in the middle of doing something right now for us as we speak, okay? So where do you want to start at with all of this? Like, because we have a way that we want to do something, right? We have a way that we want to do it and all of that stuff, right? If you guys didn't see, we posted it on our group, on our page, right? 4 little topics that we want to talk about, right, Arlington?
4 little topics that we want to discuss, yes.
4 little topics that we want to discuss, which are major, if you really want to think about it, Arlington. Are they not?
Very much so.
Huh?
Very much so.
If you think about it, Arlington, they're kind of major. But Arlington, I have a hot take.
You have a hot take.
I have a hot take.
When is that not a thing?
Arlington, it's funny. I've been watching Twitter, Facebook, and all of that, right? And I have to commend 2 gentlemen. 2. Mark Perry over there at Newsroom and the great James Larson, right? These guys work tirelessly as insiders within the league. Guys, here. Now, Arlington, I'm going to say something. I don't know if it's true or not, but you know me. You know me. I always have some kind of speculation or conspiracy theory because I always say, Arlington, if there's smoke, there's fire in this.
What did that email say, sir?
Which one?
The
unauthorized speculation.
That's the one I'm looking
no. Is that,
unauthorized.
I wonder where they got that from, Arlington.
Tell
United Football Media and Ace Media, you guys sat there and you bashed James Larson and you crucified James Larson. Listen, we all know I've had my differences with Newsroom, News Hub, and all of those guys. But I respect the hell out of them. Those guys do a damn good job over there. Mark Perry does a great job. Arlington, does he not?
Does what he can, man. Yeah.
He does what he can, right? These guys are day in and day out, sleeping, and talking professional football for all of us, okay? And if you're going to crucify one, then you need to crucify the other. Because if you look at it, Mark Perry released his article first, then Larson. Listen, first of all, we don't know if this is true. All right, Arlington, we actually have a guest. Let's see when he gets in here. Actually, it's a guy that has watched our show a lot. And Arlington, you have went back and forth with this guy a lot.
I have?
Yeah, you've went back and forth with this dude a lot.
I have?
Yeah, Arlington, you're kind of an asshole if you think about it, bro.
I am?
Yeah, you are, but I still love you.
I don't know none of the sort, man. I don't know none of the sort, bro.
I still love you. But Arlington, let's bring him in. Arlington, why don't you introduce our guest that we have on? Because I guess he's got a gripe, so bring him on.
Listen, we said we bringing the fans on. We're doing that today. My guy Rob, who's a big fan, who's a fan of the show, he wants to come and sound off, and that's what we're here for. So we want to make sure we hear from him. Go ahead, Rob. What's up, sir? Good evening to you.
Hello, you hear me?
We can't hear you, Rob. How's it going,
Hello.
buddy?
Hello, this is the first time me do. I'm good. This is the first time me
Welcome.
doing this. This is like new.
Yeah, this is the first time
Welcome.
we've actually
Yeah,
talked
I'm
to
just
you
letting you
face-to-face
know.
on the show.
Welcome to Fire and Ice, as Ken says about us.
Yeah. Do you get a copy? Do you get a copy of an email I sent to you?
I did, Rob. So, Rob, here's what I'm going to ask you, okay?
Okay.
And I really hope our buddy David Early comes on. Rob, let me ask you a question. Back in 2023, when
What?
this,
Okay.
when or 2024, when this merger was happening, right? You remember you were sending emails to the league, correct? Right? You were sending emails to the league, right, Rob? Back in 2024 before the merger happened. And what did they tell you then? They told you the exact same thing they told you this time around. It's business as usual. It's everything is fine. Nothing is changing. Is that not what they
Yeah.
told you back in 2024? Right?
So
So,
you
Rob,
basically
I
got the
have
same thing again, right?
what makes you believe any different this time around? That's what I want to know. What makes you believe anything different?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been sending an email every day to them.
Okay. But
Yeah.
what makes you think any differently from what they told you back in 2020?
Yeah.
What's different? What makes you think it's different? That's all I'm asking.
Well, the difference was okay. Well, the difference is I know the 2020 with the COVID issue. I understand that,
Mm-hmm.
and what the difference is because the communication did not give it out to like this. When I got this email, they're not giving out the communication right way like they should. You know, let people know what's
Okay.
up. You know what I mean?
Okay. I can see your point. But Rob, look here. So actually one of the topics that we wanted to talk about, Rob, and I'm actually glad you brought it up because
Okay.
it was going to be topic 2, okay? Vacated markets with secured
Okay.
lease agreements, Canton, Vegas, Orlando, and Seattle. Teams that didn't make the cut from the merger, right?
Yeah.
These are all cities where emails were sent to people saying everything is
Yeah.
business as usual. We're not leaving your market.
Yeah.
Don't worry. And they left their market, did they not?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what went on with Las Vegas. Yeah, I understand because my friend, you know, he had Las Vegas, then he went to Memphis. You know, he switched because one team, you know, went on hold or left.
Right, I get it. But
So
again,
here's
Rob,
my thing, Robert.
And then
All right,
that's
go
why I went with Houston because we lost New York Garden.
Okay. So here's my thing, Robert. This is my thing about the league and what they're doing right now. You're going to see a lot of this mumbo jumbo that's going to be posted out there because they're trying to save face. They don't want you to know what's going on behind the scenes. They don't want you to know because they do that and they let you know what's up front. If they be real with you, you're going to pretty much look at them like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to look at them like,
and that is,
so
I know what you mean because they
emails you're getting, they're saving face.
What they don't, instead of them doing the communication for fans like us, know what going on besides the showcase stuff coming up, but the communication they're not doing is letting the fans know before the showcase, say, okay, if we are keeping the team or not keeping the team, because what happened, them guys get picked up by a showcase and that team's not there, and then, you know what I mean? Like, you know, is communication between Fox, you know, Fox communication and Redbird.
I'm gonna mute your mic for a second. Give me a second. Let me put this out there. When you're putting out news of a league that is fairly new, You do not want to put any negative news out there. You don't want to put that out there because then you get looked at differently. You get looked at strangely. And so because of that, they're never going to sit there and tell you that we're going to remove teams. They're not going to sit there and do it until, like you said, okay, officially. But if you're seeing rumblings that's going on, more than likely, there's something going on behind the scenes that we do not know about. And people are being given this information. That's what you see with the NFL all the time. That's what you see with any pretty much any sport that any reporter puts out there. Usually when that's out there, it's going to be Bible. Now, if it doesn't, of course, you attack like you do any other journalist. But that's the thing, though, Robert. They're doing this because they do not want you to know what they have going on behind the scenes. So they're going to go out and put, yeah, we got this collegiate draft coming up. We got these showcases coming up. We're still going to bring players in. Do you listen to what, if you check out what's going on with a certain league with the 3 letters that Jason's going to probably be pissed off with me about, I, the F, and the A. Just be following with what's going on with that league too, because a lot of that is what's going on, believe it or not, or what the UFL has going on with themselves. Just pay attention. Just telling you, pay attention to the IFA. I'm pretty sure Jason's going to get a phone call when this.
I already got one this afternoon,
and he's going to get another. But
Rob, we appreciate you. Arlington, unmute him. Rob, give us one thing that you liked about this league before we let you go. Or what? No, take that back. What is one thing you want?
Okay, one thing.
Go ahead.
One league I want to do is the one league I like they do is I'm praying and hoping to keep Houston, even if they have moved them to a different location, but still keep Houston, because it costs me lots of money buying new gears all the time for me and my son. I can't keep doing that because it costs me money.
All right, Rob, thank you for joining.
And I know it'll hurt them on their end because the season ticket.
Right. Rob, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a big supporter.
Thank you.
Thank you for always going back and forth with me and Arlington and take it in stride, bro. We do appreciate it. So thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right,
Thank you.
There's Robert. Robert has been a fan of ours. And Arlington, we've both have went back and forth against Robert numerous times, but it's all in good fun. Robert brings up some good points. I mean, listen, if you're a fan and you're wanting to see this league succeed, right? You're going to, as Kenny says right here, up here, right?
Okay.
Where Kenny says, please educate him, guys, and have him take
that was to go after.
Okay?
Oh boy,
guys, here, I'm going to give you another thing, okay? For these UFL reports and all of that, right? Let's look at the history of this. Okay, Arlington? Guys, the link is on our page. I'm actually getting ready to post it on our Twitter and our Facebook. You want to come out and bitch, moan, say whatever the hell it is you want to say, come do it. Come say what you want to say, because that's what this is about. This is about the fans. We are letting you guys speak your truth of how you feel and how you feel slapped in the face. Fuck it, Arlington. I'm going with my hot take now. Arlington, we all know I'm a St. Louis Battlehawk fan, right? We all know this. We all know, Arlington, that I have supported this league in being with everything that has happened in this league over the years. It gave me the person that I am with today. Okay? Arlington, I have talked about this league and praised this league and repeatedly slapped in the face over and over again for this league. If this is true, what is happening? Now, I don't know if it is or not, but if it is true that they are getting rid of 4 teams, Arlington, it's going to be very, very hard for me to buy season tickets as a fan, not just a Battlehawk fan, but as a fan. Arlington, what's that say right there? Arlington, what's that say?
That says Houston Roughnecks. You getting them all out? DC Defenders, okay. Showboats, okay.
Should I keep going, Arlington? Should I keep going and getting all
I've
my
seen
hats?
your collection. I've seen your collection, bro.
Should I keep going and getting all the hats, Arlington?
So, okay, so the question is, what's your point?
Here's what I'm saying, Arlington. As a fan of this league, not just the Battlehawks, but as a fan of this league, I've been to every single championship this league has had. And for you to take away 4 teams, for you to take them away, it is going to be very, very, very hard for me to renew my season tickets for next year for the St. Louis Battlehawks. It's going to be very, very hard for me to do it. And if you're any UFL fan, I don't give a rat's ass what your loyalty lies per team. There you go. Arlington, pull it up. Right here. Looks what Calibert said. If you're a fan of this league, I don't care if your team is there, if your team is not, you should be pissed as a fan of this league. All right.
You got another fan that's about to hop on with us.
So he can complain.
Let's go. We got more fans. Is that my guy Kenny? How you doing, sir?
It is.
I'm wearing this. My bad. There we go. All right, now we're better. We're fixed now. We're fixed. Sorry. I don't need to wear that crap anymore, do I?
Well,
Okay.
no, like Boomer says right here. Okay. Boomer says, if it is a liquid situation, I smell piss. Piss on the USFL, and I will not renew my season tickets. That's how every single fan should be feeling.
Yeah.
That is how every single fan of the UFL should be feeling, regardless if your team is staying or not. We don't know, because I'm tired of hearing, oh, everything is a fluid situation. But this isn't about me. This is about the fans. KJ.
Shut up. Let him talk. Let's go.
You know what's fluid? It's that whole conversation between a venue and a potential team trying to settle in on their home turf and where they're going to play their games. That's what's fluid. That conversation's fluid. When you read through the contract before you sign on the dotted line to say, oh yeah, we're signing for that Louisville venue, that's fluid. When that word is used, people, for those of y'all who don't realize some of this PC news announcement language that's getting passed around, that's all it is. As A-Train already touched on with Rob earlier, it's like a lot of this is damage control. I think being overtly transparent is more of a positive in the long run. The problem is that these third-party investment entities, in my opinion, don't have that personal understanding, or it's not carried when you get to such a grandiose corporate level of operation. It's just lost in the ops or the investment translations of things with operating something as big as this.
Exactly. And that's the thing with this, man. Like, when I look at how stuff is being reported, I get it. You're supposed to take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
But there are things that just don't make sense when you are saying that you want a league that it's fluid. You want it to be a league of opportunity, but yet there is constant change every single year.
Yeah. And I think that the other thing too, you have to echo to your point, A-Train, and I'll give credit, as Spurge already did with some other guys, whether it's James Larson, Mike Mitchell, even you, Spurge, to an extent. I mean, folks, these are guys. I'm going to give credit. I mean, the list of names is infinite. I know I haven't even followed every existing podcast that's been around since the dawn of modern era spring ball. But I say all that to point out the fact that, yeah, when you're in your general fan group and you hear just a rumor that's never been shared by anyone before, or you hear it by some quote unquote Tom, Dick, and Harry that you've never seen their name before in a fan group, yeah, totally. Don't even give that the time of day. Theoretically speaking, acknowledge it as a rumor and don't carry it to any further fruition or time placement in your mind of any further credibility.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. I know this is the fans get to speak, but I'm going to stop you right there. Okay. A rumor is when one person puts it out there. When it starts to get more flames, it's when 2 people put it out there. Then when 3 people
check
put
the
it
box
out
there.
there, it starts to get more flames. Then when you have the major networks picking up on it, it really starts. So look,
Okay.
Right.
we're not saying this is true.
Okay.
My question is, AJ, is what I'm going to ask you. My question is, how many times has James Larson
Right.
and Mark Perry been wrong?
I've echoed this. These guys have reported since 2020, which is when I have been involved in the entire holistic alternative football landscape. I was here since the Roughnecks first started in the original 2.0 XFL. These guys have reported at least since then. I think Mike Mitchell's resume, so to speak, reaches even further beyond that into like
Mike Mitchell
NFL to
goes
some
all the way
degree
back
too.
to 2020.
Right. And
He,
some people
no,
would
he
say
goes
his
he goes
reporting was
further
more
back
vague.
to 01.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
goes
01.
back to
some
then.
people would say his reporting was not as direct or specific as James's. Fair enough. The point being, though, when these guys, as you said, Spurgeon, when these guys report on something, you can almost take it to the bank as being gospel because they have a single-digit percentage likelihood of being incorrect in the long run when things finally do come out officially. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's just certain people, once you get to know it, and, I'll admit, my first year in, I didn't know anybody from Adam, and it shouldn't be expected for any fan to know anybody from Adam. You're building community within the fan base. But for the time frame that I've been around here year by year, I've met more and more people, learned more and more people that have those inside connections into the league ops, the inside connections with people who do know the inner workings of the league, the things that happen behind the scenes, the conversations that happen behind closed doors that, your layman fan will never hear about. And as those guys hear about things, they're going to have the in and or know before sometimes it's officially announced by the entirety of the league itself, in a public PR broadcast.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you have to, at a certain point, take some of what these guys say as reliable information, if not gospel, when it's reported on, because they know what they're talking about. They have the connections to substantiate it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, KJ, before I let you go, okay? Well, Lauren, I'm going to talk about that because every local media outlet in Birmingham, Alabama was talking about Birmingham leaving.
I don't know. A-Train, have you ever seen a mayor comment on a team's operations and functionality
ever?
Las
Vegas.
When
I did.
he
Called Las Vegas.
And when he see, that's what
that seems to reciprocate this present setting, though.
Zay is on one tonight, and I understand it. That's cool.
Who is?
But here's my thing. Predator. He on one tonight. I already know what he's doing. But here's
Get
my
your
thing.
ass on here because I'm gonna let you stop, Arlington. Stop for a minute. So are you saying Mark Perry is God? Are you saying that Mike Mitchell is Jesus? Because they were all reported it too. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I love you, big man. Have fun in Cancun.
Here's my thing, though. Mayor, was it? I think it's. I won't see. I'm gonna mess it up. Woodfolk. Randall Woodfolk. He has spoken out there. Remember when the USFL was dropping in Birmingham? He was behind that, so he's spoken out about it. So that's understandable.
Lauren, I'm going to tell you why here in a minute. I'm going to tell you why. Lauren, if you want to join on, we put the link. Look, I'm going to do it again, guys. I'm going to share the link for everybody.
What's up, gang?
All right, KJ, before I let you go, right? Before we let you go, what is one thing you would like this league to do moving forward to 2026? And make sure you stay tuned because I have some really good nuggets you guys might like.
Man, that's hard. I haven't contemplated a lot because I've been so, to be transparent, hurt and offended by how things have transpired here.
That's what this show's for, brother. What do you want to see differently? So say it.
I mean,
that's what it's for.
It's been reciprocated by other people, but I want to see, if it's not in this league, in the next one, because I know at some point somebody's going to try this again. We've got too many guys with lots of money who want to do this type of thing. I would say I want to see the same level of transparency, if you will, fluid, if we're going to use that word so much, communication back and forth between the league and the fan base that we had in the XFL 2020. And this goes beyond the whole tribalistic thing of if you're a USFL camper from day one, if you're an XFL camper, no one can argue the level of engagement we had, the authenticity we had, the integrity we had in operations and transparency across the board that we had in the XFL 2.0 in 2020. There's never been a
Correct.
league that's issued. There's never been a league that's issued polls to their fan base to ask them, what do you like? What do you not like since that time? Even XFL 2023 didn't do it. So I say all that to say, if we can return to that, that's the level of foundational trust you build with your fan base that, to A-Train's point, when you do take the flyer and say, yeah, I'm scared as a corporation to report everything transparently, even the bad news. If you're already operating at that level of authenticity and transparency, you've built the foundational trust with your fan base that they are going to stand with you even through the tumultuous changes, but not when you act with smoke and mirrors and have to have every little Tom Small, excuse my French, not to dismiss them, but every small Tom, Dick, and Harry, James Larson guy, all these other guys who carry cover the league with passion.
Kick his ass out. He called us small time. Kick him out. Well, that's right. We are
Those guys that come
small time.
He got kicked out. He got kicked out. He got kicked out.
We are. What are we? We're small potatoes. We love you, KJ.
I want to read this. I really want to read this comment.
Go ahead and read it, right? Because
before we bring on the next fan. It says, David Anderson says, okay, not a big follower of the UFL. However, I would love to see happen this league recognize the COVID Houston Roughnecks as league champion. Yeah, it was wiped out and canceled at the remaining 5 games. Only Houston was the only undefeated team season canceled. Please make this right and declare the Roughnecks the official 2020 XFL champion. It'd be the right thing to do if Houston is really losing the Roughnecks and Gamblers. All right. I want to get that out there.
Right, yeah. Carlos, that's what this. Listen, Carlos.
That's what this is for, dude.
We always said we are for the fans, by the fans, because I know the next guy that we're getting ready to bring on.
It's got a lot to say.
Going to be very blunt about what he feels about this. And he might even say, me and Arlington are just fear mongers and spreading bullshit. But that's why I love the guy, all the way from Birmingham, Alabama, one of the biggest Birmingham supporters there's been out there, the one and the only Mr. Boomer.
Boomer's here. The Boomer's here, man. Unmute your microphone.
Yourself, Boom. Yeah, unmute yourself. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. There you go. What's up, Boomer?
What's up, my fellow brothers? I'm telling you what, man, Birmingham has been shook up. In fact, yesterday they had a players camp, a flag football camp for the youth. We had 4 or 5 players there. We had the coach there. The day before, the coach was on our Birmingham local Jocks channel, and feeling great about the next season here in Birmingham and everything else. And then the evening news stations went on and decided to give him a little. Hey, what about what's going on yesterday? And he was flabbergasted. He was like, I haven't been told anything about this. This is just a fluid situation. And like I said in my comment, I smell piss in the water. That's just the way it is. The UFL, once they merged the XFL and the USFL teams, everybody knows the USFL was making money, the XFL was losing money. The UFL just totally knows how to lose money, and they're definitely going to do everything they can to screw up another good spring football league.
Hey, and now listen, Boom. Now I'll say this, Boom. Some people might disagree with you, saying that the USFL did make money, but that's what makes this show what it is, because we let the fans come on and we let them say what they want to say. Boom, as a guy. Again, like right here, you were talking about Coach being in Birmingham yesterday. Yeah. He was on the three-headed, what is it called? The three-headed show or whatever?
Yeah, three-man round.
Yeah. And he said, I don't know nothing. It's business as usual, right?
Yeah.
Boomer, it's funny because topic number 4 with this league and this relocation, it's always refuse to comment on merger speculation and always states it's business as usual.
Yeah.
That's what this league has done.
I mean, he's got to play by the script so he gets his money. So I don't blame him for having to play by his script, But the fact of the matter is when I saw David, the general manager, when I talked to David the day after he got shit canned by the UFL, I knew then that there was going to be some bad squeaky shit dealing going on. And it was just the way that it was. That's just exactly how it was. When you get rid of the general manager, and the general manager is doing everything he can, and he's telling the league, this is what I need, and the league's not giving it to him, that the fans are out there doing all the work that the PR is supposed to be doing, that you can't get advertisement on your radio stations, on your local radio stations, on your surrounding local radio stations and TV stations. You can't get advertisements. Woohoo! We got 2 electronic billboards, one on I-20 and one on I-65 for the whole freaking season. I mean, come on. You've got to get out there. You've got to advertise your product. You've got to be on TV. You've got to give a reason for the fans to want to be there. They were not doing any of it. It wasn't like, hey, come welcome to my house, please. They weren't doing it. The fans were doing everything they could to recruit the team. The PR people here in Birmingham were saying, yeah, we want a good team. We want to have good people. We want to fill protective stadium. We want to do everything that you want us to do, but you're going to have to help us out. Guess what? The help was never there.
Yeah. Boom. So if this is true, that Birmingham is leaving, that's just how I'm going to say it, if it is true, because we don't know. As of right now, the league's comment was, we don't report on unauthorized speculation. Well, I didn't know speculation could be authorized or unauthorized.
Right, yeah, it was speculation. I don't
Right.
give a
I
damn
didn't
how
know
you
there was a
speculate.
difference because I speculate a lot on this show and have for the last 6 years. Have speculated a lot on this. So I'm just saying. But boom. What is it that you would want to see change next year if Birmingham is still in Birmingham? Let's just put it like that. What is it? Something
I just named it all for you, brother, man. They've got to get out there and they've got to do their job of PR. They got to get it off the fans' shoulders to go and recruit fans and get it on their own damn shoulders to go recruit their own damn fans. The only reason they have 10,000 fans that show up on a regular basis is because we're the fans that were here in the 80s when we had them the first time.
There you
You
go.
know what else? Wait, before he goes, before we
we
kick
got
Boomer
another
out.
guest sitting in the backstage. He's been sitting there.
As a matter of fact,
him on.
say ask Boomer the question, and then I'll throw my comment on.
What question?
What's the one thing you will want to see?
He just said it. He goes,
Okay.
I already said it. He goes, you weren't listening, you idiot, basically is what he said, Arlington. He called me an idiot on my own show and said I wasn't listening because he already answered the question.
Oh, well then guess what? All right, Boomer. See you.
Bye, Boomer. We love you, bro. All right. This next guy, listen, I don't even know why I'm bringing him on. Okay. Because he
I'm about
irritates
to bring
me so
multiple
much
people
all
on
the
at the
time.
same
But I'm
time,
going to
man.
bring him on just because I like him. He is one of
Go
the
ahead.
Battlehawk faithful. My buddy, Dan. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Dan, okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. All right, Dan.
Excellent,
Because
good.
we got people
I'm testing out these. That's the deal.
Oh, yeah, you're good. We got somebody from Houston that's sitting there. We got some other people. We're still getting to keep our team, okay? But
Are you singing that emotion again?
No, let me ask you this. As a fan of this
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I want you to take away the Battlehawks, and I want you, because you're a fan of this league, right?
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead.
How does this feel to you that just a year ago we had this merger, and now a year later we're ripping away 4 teams, relocating them? How does this make you feel as a fan for the viability of this league and the longevity of this league?
From a personal standpoint, because being from St. Louis, we know what it's like to have teams ripped away. We know that. Yeah, we know it's not official. Now, if they do this, and I'm not saying they are, but if they do this, I can understand them going to Orlando. I can understand them going to Kentucky, whether it's Lexington or Louisville, and to Columbus. The one that doesn't make sense to me is Boise, Idaho. That one does not make sense to me. And the reason why I say it doesn't make sense to me is because unless they're going to bring Seattle back, is one, I know playing on the blue field there is all right in my books, but what are they going to call the damn team? Are they going to call them the potatoes? What's their colors going to be? Russet, brown, or yellow? But seeing this here, like I said, I don't want to see this happen. But if it does, but because being from St. Louis, we had this happen twice with the Cardinals and Rams. So I really don't want to see this happen. But if it happens, some of it does make sense, but one does not unless they're bringing Seattle back. So I feel that if it happens, so be it. I'm not saying it's official because the league hasn't said nothing. And I've said before when this merger came around, unless it's official from the league, don't buy it until then.
Okay. Dan, so I'm going to ask you this. You watched our show for a very long time, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to ask you this. How often have I been wrong?
Do I have to answer this?
You have to. How often have I been wrong?
Not very often. Not very often. But
So
it's 50-50.
So I can tell you this, Dan, that if what we're seeing, and it's like I've always said on this show, if there's smoke, there's fire. Okay.
Yep.
We don't know what it is. It's like Mike Mitchell said, it is a fluid situation, right? So we don't know. It's a fluid. I'm tired. I've been hearing fluid situation for how long now? I'm tired of hearing
It's
it.
the merger.
There it is, Dan. You got it from me. You got it.
It's
There
the
it is. I'm
merger.
tired of hearing fluid.
But is it going to happen or not?
Yeah, Dan, it's going to happen. I hate to say it, but it's going to happen.
I mean, like I said, being from St. Louis, you know this, Spurge.
Yep.
We've seen it before. Do I like it? No, but if it has to happen, and plus another thing I didn't mention this that doesn't make sense is, why are they taking them out of Birmingham? Why are they taking them out of Michigan?
Well, here, we got people starting to line up, Dan. We're going to go into that later. We're going to go into it a little more, and I'll let you guys know. But, Dan, thanks for joining us, buddy. We will see you at the games next year. That's if there is a league.
Welcome to
There you go. That's if there's a league, Dan. All right, we're going to bring Scott on, a guy I love to argue with when he gets all hammered up and fired up.
Hey, what's up? Could you guys hear me?
No, we can't hear you. Are you there, Scott?
I'm here, but I don't know how to work this.
Can we hear you, Scott? Scott, I can't hear you.
So you can hear me.
Listen to me. Listen to me, Scott. Don't listen to him.
Are you there? I can't hear you, Scott.
Don't do it. Don't leave, dude. Don't leave.
All right. Scott. I'm not playing this game with you, Dirty. Scott, I ain't calling you Spurge. I'm calling you Dirty.
All right, Dan. What is it that you want to sound off about? Because we got a guy sitting back here. He's pissed, and he's wanting to get on, so I got to get to him. What is it that you
That's fine. I've been saying this since 2023. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about marketing. It's a miracle that it's even survived this long. And now they're going to take the evil empire, the Birmingham Stallions, out of the league? Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously. Can't do it.
Tell me who the number is. Stop it.
Won't have it.
He playing clips now, man. And that's
why he well, he can play clips.
Hey, look, this is a St. Louis fan, Arlington.
I understand that, right? And he's sitting there saying that he.
No, you can't do it. Who am I going to hate? Idaho? I love Idaho. They have potatoes. I love potatoes. I mean, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just a money grab. They're going to make a ton of money with these new locations, and that's what it all has to do with.
They better hope they get over 1.5.
I don't see it.
That's all I can say.
I don't see
all
it,
right,
Scott.
If there's one thing this league could do that you would want them to do before the season starts, okay, what is it?
I need to know when the schedule is. I need the schedule like next week, like tomorrow. I need the schedule. Other than that, I don't know. Bring back. I don't know. I need the schedule. I got plans. I got a lot of big plans.
All right. All right, Scott. Well, we got to get this next guy on, buddy. We love
Thanks,
you. We
thanks,
see you.
brother.
All right, rock on, man. Hey, September 6th. I'll see you guys, right?
September 6th, Grace Baptist Church for the tailgate.
Right.
I'll be there.
Church is to help the church.
Yes, sir.
All right, Scott.
All right, love you guys, man. Love you guys.
Love you. Now, Arlington, we haven't gotten rowdy and said
Stop it.
Oh, we haven't gotten rowdy and said a lot of cuss words on this show as of late because we kind of tried to make it a little more friendly, right? You want to talk about a guy who might have caused more controversy than me within the UFL world?
But here's the thing. He hadn't had a platform. Like, shut up. He needs the platform to say it because I want him on here because that's the reason. Right. I want him to be out here. For this reason.
This is let the fans speak. So Arlington, bring him on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my man Los Mysterio is in the house tonight. Los Mysterio, what's going on, baby? How you doing, man?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. We were just
Look, I was really trying to get to the house before I went ahead and called in, but I can't because it looks like I'm kind of stuck in Houston traffic. And I just wanted to say some things to, I don't know, I guess get some things off my chest. Okay? So if you just give me enough leeway, give me enough rope to hang myself, at which point in time you guys are more than welcome to jump in. This is your show. And then you can tell me to kick rocks.
I'll tell you what, Los. I want
in the backstage, so you better hurry up and speed.
Shut up. I want the biggest thing that you want to discuss that's really hanging heavy on you. Give me that.
Okay.
We'll discuss on that.
Look,
what's the biggest?
I was an XFL fan. I was a USFL fan. I am a very realistic type person, but I can take off my rose-colored glasses and I can speak to the truth. The truth of the matter is this. The XFL spent too much money for the promotional aspect and everything that they did like there was no tomorrow because they didn't think about tomorrow. The USFL killed their own product by giving everything away. You buy one ticket, we'll give you 7, bring 17 kids if you want. You know, hey, I am a family first type of person. You had Boomer on here talking about the USFL made money. I wanted to slap this dude through the television.
Well, hold on, because he goes, Los Mysterio, I totally am disgusted with you, and I agree with you.
So he's on your side.
He's on your side.
He's on your side.
Look, the point is, at the end of the day, now you're asking USFL markets to pay for something that they were getting for free. That kills the monetary value of those tickets. Because now we want them to pay XFL prices instead of USFL prices.
Okay. I'm going to bring on another Houston fan to come on with you, Los, because this ties in with what you guys are going on with right now. And this is, as a matter of fact, she's the co-host of the A-Team RC on Wednesday nights. Ladies and gentlemen, the one
be nice. You guys be nice to each other.
Okay.
I like RC. I like RC. We're good.
It's Amber. So be nice.
She's the co-host of turn down your microphone.
Turn your stuff down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one that
be nice to each other.
Okay.
Amber, turn your stuff down.
Me or her?
Amber. Oh, there you go. She's muted.
Okay.
There we go.
Look,
She's watching the show
I,
along with
I, I,
being on the show.
I know RC is a huge San Antonio person. I love her to death. But I'm going to say this.
I'm going to say it
team
real quick.
in the Okay, go ahead.
What I have to say is absolutely zero affiliation with the A-Team podcast. What I am saying is 100% me.
Oh, shit. Go for it, girl. Go for it. Jason, tell her to go for it.
What I am saying is 100% me.
Go for it, girl.
At the end of the day, they divvied up the marketing budget. So when we've got X amount of dollars in a city whose monetary value is a lot higher than another city who can get whatever they get at rock bottom prices, of course it's going to look like the marketing at other places is a lot better. Guess what? The budget is exactly the same across each and every single city in the UFL. It's the same. Number one. Number two, ever since Houston had their team way back in 2020 with the undefeated season, COVID hit. Then the next time we got back up, we were told that we were on the chopping block between us and the gamblers. My husband, and a few other diehard fans got together and created an auction. We got a petition together. We got our name and our marketing. Okay. Then
we did.
Went a little bit further. That season finished, and Houston got gypped again and was told to play at Rice University. U of H went through their renovations. We come back to U of H a season later. We have been battling an uphill fight from the get-go. Houston has gotten the raw end of this deal. And frankly, my ass hurts from being bent over and screwed as hard as I have been for the past few years. It's ridiculous. I have taken...
There's times and places.
I have taken myself. I have taken the super fans. I have taken all the tickets. I have promoted. I have shared. I have spread the word as much as I possibly can. And you can't sit here and tell me that the market that they didn't invest into to begin with, at the same level that they have with other markets, is not viable. Houston is viable. The fact that we switched from XFL to USFL conference and now we're getting the raw end of the stick again. Can we please at least buy me a drink and let me smoke a cigarette?
Right. Right.
I'm done.
Now I'm not going to go as far as saying.
Carlos, hold on. Amber, give a cheap plug to your guys' show, your page and all that. Give a cheap plug, and then I'm kicking you out.
She got to listen to it first. It's going to come to her.
You got to listen.
She listened to the show first.
I know, that's the best part.
Yeah, y'all guys catch us. We're the only women's podcast, the A-Team with RC, the only female version of this that you'll ever find anywhere. Find us on Facebook, find us on StreamYard, and shout out to our awesome producer. Shout out to Amanda, RC. We're doing what we can do. Find your woman crush Wednesday, 7 p.m. A-Team with RC. Come check us out. We're going to be promoting a lot more women's football, a lot more other football platforms, other small sports like rugby, like ultimate frisbee, all of the stuff that people don't normally get to see unless you're tuned into ESPN Ocho.
We love you, girl. We'll see you. Here goes Amber. Wait, I just kicked her. All right, Carlos. I know you got a lot to say. You're always stumping. Arlington, I have another special guest for you. But I'm gonna let Carlos do his thing, and then I'm gonna bring in
Yeah,
our other.
we gotta get Carlos. Yeah, let
All right,
Carlos do his
Carlos,
thing,
go
and then
on.
we're
Okay.
gonna move on.
Look,
We got a lot of people going.
I'm going to say this. Look, I agree with RC 100%.
Amber,
I'm not going to say that I got bent over, but my ass hurts. Okay, my ass is hurting because of the simple fact. Let me expound just a little bit more.
go ahead.
The Roughnecks, we have felt a sense of betrayal from this league, from the get. Instead of them giving us our 2020 head coach back, what did they do? They made him an offensive coordinator for somebody else in 2023, and they gave us Phillips, which at the time I was okay. Like, I thought he was a little past his prime, but okay. Hey, all right. I love bum fun just like everybody else. So I was okay with that. But when I saw that they took the league away from us again, and then they were going to bring us back, I was happy. But then what did they do? So they're like, okay, we're going to give you your Roughnecks back. We're not going to give you those coaches. We're not going to give you those players. Hell, we're not going to give you your helmet. We're not going to give you your uniform. We're not going to give you anything that you wanted for your Houston team. So all these people, all these fans, super fans, they're all fucking pissed. Sorry. They're all pissed off because right off the bat, we feel like the league is snapping at us. We are not a small city. For all these people that want to defend Birmingham, the only reason why you can defend Birmingham is because they're a 3-time champion. Other than that, if you can't get more than 10 grand in those stands, winning 3 back-to-back championships, you don't deserve a damn team. Period. Okay? Now, as far as the Panthers go, I love the Michigan Panthers. But you know what? The bottom line is this. If you're spending $500,000 just to turn on the lights, and your biggest claim to fame is after 3 years, you finally got 10,000 people through the door, you don't deserve a fucking team either. Houston has been dicked over by everybody except for Vince McMahon. The biggest asshole there is, he's the only one that did good by the Houston market. If anything, what they should do is give us that team back. There's 50,000 stadiums they could put us in here that we can do what we need to do until we get higher numbers.
Okay. Well, Carlos, we gotta move forward because we got.
I get it. I wanted to get this off my chest. I feel better. Thank you so much.
All right, Carlos, thanks, man.
It's good. Now, Arlington, as you see, my computer completely restarted on me right in the middle of our show. So, I mean, what else
I
is
still can hear you, bro. I still can hear you, man.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I mean, it's still the X-Fan show, but, we just keep going. Now, Arlington, Carlos brought up a good point, right?
Okay.
And now, Sabrina, I know you're on there. Sabrina, I love you. We're going to get to you, Sabrina. But Arlington, we got to bring somebody on. Now, look, Arlington, let's be honest. Arlington, there's been issues between me, you, and this next guest, right?
Uh-huh.
But the one thing we've always said about this next guest is the pudgy little redneck might have always had it right with 2020. Have we not always said that?
I will agree with that.
That's what we've always said. So Arlington, I can't bring him on. I can just see him back there because my computers are all firing up. So bring in our next guest. You have to. Right. I can't do it.
You can't do it. Okay, I'll get him on. There he is. One and
hey, what's up, fellas? One thing I've noticed is that all three of us are getting old, guys. Arlington, Jason, and Brett is getting old. Every one of us has got glasses on tonight.
Well, Arlington's always had glasses. I just recently
he's
started
the smart one out of the three of us, but we're just all getting old.
That is true. Now, Brett, you heard what? Now, Brett, listen. Let's get it out there. You know, it's been a tumultuous relationship between the three of us over the years, right?
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's part of life. It happens, right? But Brett, you heard before we brought you on, me and Arlington said the one thing we always said is that unfortunately Brett was always right. We hated it. We hated to admit it because you know how much it happened. Now you just heard what Carlos said about Birmingham. Now, Brett, you've been in this space for a while. You know Mike Mitchell. You know Mark Perry and James Larson, right?
Right.
Where is your take at with all of this?
Well, you know, I didn't come on here to attack any other teams like he did, and I get it. I understand the passion, and I've literally had so many phone conversations with people the last 2 days. I mean, I was literally going from one to another on the way home tonight, and then I got a message, hey, go on the X-Fan show and go live. So here I am. I didn't think y'all would let me come on, and I understand that. Look, Houston, out of all four teams, Houston has definitely, absolutely been wrong. And I was talking to Kenneth earlier, KJ, and I don't know what they would have to do to get Houston back going, but I blame Houston 100% on the league. They were done wrong, up, down, left, and sideways. And you guys know how adamant I am about the fact that the XFL schedule was a lot better than the USFL schedule because I loved right after the Super Bowl because I'm located here in Alabama and, you know, in Birmingham, Memphis, Arlington, and Houston, it gets real hot real early in the year. And you look even at the sparse crowds in Arlington and Houston the last two games, where were the fans at, guys? They were hiding underneath the awnings. You know why they were hiding underneath the awnings? It's not that they're camera shy. It's because it was 100 degrees. The league has got to fix that. I've screamed that from the hilltop, and I will die on that hill. I don't know. I was never a fan of Memphis. I love Bill. I love Jeremy. I love the yacht club. I'm not knocking them. But I said from day one when the USFL brought them back, Memphis would not work. And I'll stand on that hill. I know people will attack me and be mad at me. That's my personal feeling. I feel like Houston could be saved, to be honest with you. There's two things in Birmingham, and I've had these conversations with Moose. The conversation I had with him 2 years ago went a lot better than the one last year. They were open to the regional draft and starting earlier in the year 2 years ago. When I had the conversation with him in November for about 20 minutes and he kept trying to walk away from me, and y'all know me, I'm very annoying and won't shut up, I kept on about it. Scheduling was really bad in Birmingham, and y'all know I'm the last one to defend Birmingham. Should we have more attendance? Yes. There's two things going on with Birmingham, well, three. Birmingham's a big brand in spring football now, almost as big as St. Louis. And that's because we've got a smaller fan base. But when you get rid of Birmingham, you're going to get rid of a brand, and you're going to get rid of a viewership number. Whether y'all like it or not, Birmingham watches our games. We've got to get more butts in the seats, but what's that going to do to their ratings? Michigan, I think you cannot get rid of Michigan. And let me tell you why. You can't have a team go up 43% in attendance and just say, well, we're losing money, and no, you can't do that, because that will make the league look so bad. You could defend Birmingham and Memphis and even Houston, but you can't defend getting rid of Michigan. You got to figure out how to save Michigan and give them another year, because what are you telling all these other fan bases in all these other cities? It don't matter if your attendance increases 30 or 40%. We're not making money, so you're gone. We're going somewhere else. You cannot get rid of the Michigan Panthers. And in my eyes, I don't think it would be a great look to get rid of Birmingham. But again, the onus on Birmingham, we got to step it up. Y'all know I've started that Birmingham group 4 or 5 years ago. Most of the people in Birmingham don't like me, won't even talk to me, because I've been so angry about our attendance. But I've got to defend our attendance with this last season. It wasn't good. But guys, this is the Bible Belt. People take care of their mother and they go to church. And you have 11 o'clock Sunday game, Mother's Day, you get what you deserve. But I think Birmingham deserves another year to prove they want the team there. And you know what? If they don't average 12, 13, 14,000, bye.
Yep.
And
All right, Brett, look, we got people lining up.
oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank y'all for letting me come on.
Well, I mean, listen, we say it's let the fans speak. We may not all disagree, but it's about the fans, and that's about uniting the fans, right, Arlington? Because I love Arlington.
Yep.
All right, Brad. Thanks, bro. All right, Arlington, she is pissed at us, right?
Oh, she ain't the only one.
Oh, I know. So let's move her on. Let's bring her on. Sabrina, how are you, ma'am?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm good. Now, Sabrina, you hear what we've been saying. You've heard what everybody's saying. You've been sitting back there patiently, right?
Yeah.
You're getting to keep your team. If what is being said is true, right? You are getting to keep your team. But I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Dan. For the longevity of this league, if they are moving 4 teams, how do you feel?
I think it's ridiculous. They look like they don't know what they're doing. It is clear that they just don't know what they're doing. Like, they don't. These problems can be fixed. The attendance and things like that. They didn't throw any money at the team to. You got to advertise. Like, you got all these fans. We're the advertisers. We do it for free. We got shows and everything. And, we telling everybody about the UFL and the teams and everything. There's so many shows. And that's it. Like, they're not even doing their due diligence to even, get butts in the seats or anything. It's like, but what he said, the other guy said about Birmingham giving away seats and stuff for free, and XFL, we've been paying the money to get to be there. They have to change how they're looking at things, and you cannot make money if you don't spend money. You can't. Business 101. You got to spend money to make money, of course. And I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed.
I mean, you're absolutely right on that. It is. You got to spend money to make money. How are
you going to put teams in other markets? You just gonna throw away the markets that you have that have been there a few years? What are you doing?
Right, yeah. I agree with you. And we got our special guest. I'm actually surprised that he's made it, but we got one more person before him.
I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. All right, Sabrina, what would you want to see with this league?
What would I want to see with this league to do? Just stop with all the smoke and mirrors and the lies and just do what you say. and mean it. Like they just keep putting stuff out there. Yeah, this is what it's gonna be, and there you just gotta take it because you love spring football. And that's what they're doing to us. They're like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how it's gonna be, and you're gonna take it whether you like it or not because you love spring football. They just take us for granted and everything. I'm like, I don't know. I'm with you. I'm like, season tickets. You will be lucky if I get to 5 games.
That's a little rough coming from
You got a point there. First off, before we move on, I want to thank the group Pigskin and Chill for joining us as well tonight, and they're checking in with us here on the X-Fan show as we let the fans speak. Yeah, it's everything. I'm loving everybody that's coming on right now and giving their thoughts to it, because that's what we was here for. I know a lot of times we felt like we didn't let we were the voices of the voiceless, man, but we wanted to make sure that y'all got out here and say your pieces. And so
that was a great idea because they're not listening to us. They literally don't care.
They're going to, and even if they don't do anything, they will hear from those that have been the most vocal of what's been going on.
Put out these fake surveys.
There you go. All right, Sabrina. We love you, and we will see you next year.
Allegedly.
We hope.
Right, exactly. We hope. But all right, Arlington, we have another guy who's up there in DC. He's getting to keep his team. But he's another guy that has been a supporter of the UFL. And let's get his camera fixed. Mr. Matthew, how are you, sir?
I know a lot of times we felt like
can you hear us?
You gotta turn that thing down, man. I know you're watching it on one and you got your phone in the other hand.
Turn it down, Matthew. Turn it down.
That was a great idea because they're not listening to us. They literally don't care.
Turn your computer down, sir.
Turn your computer down. Turn your TV down.
Turn the volume down.
Put out these fake surveys.
Matt, you got a chance to fix this right now. Turn your volume down and you're getting a kick to the curb.
He's about ready to hear it. We're about 30 seconds because our next guest is going to be a very big one, Arlington, and he's going to drop a little bit of knowledge. Matthew, turn your radio, turn your TV down. There you go. How are you?
You finally listening?
What's going on, guys? How you doing today?
What's up?
Yeah, turn your TV down, man.
I can hear you.
Okay. Turn your TV down, Matt. What do you got? What do you have to
say? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. What do you have to say?
He's responding to everything that's going on the screen.
All right, Arlington. Matthew, we're going to have to let you go. You're going to have to figure it out because we got this special guest.
Boy.
I don't know how long we got him. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do this. We're going to take Matthew out. Arlington, if there's somebody in this business, right, that we respect more than, if you actually respect way more than me, you respect this next guy way more than me. And he's probably way more respected than I am in this community.
You talk to him more than you talk to me.
No, I don't. I talk to both of you about the same time, you peckerhead.
You talk to him more than you talk to me.
Arlington, we have what a lot of people don't realize about this guy, Arlington. This guy is went to college, a business major, right? He is working with a local soccer club in his town of Florida right now. The man did school for business, sports management, business, all of that. The host of Player 54 podcast, the one and only Mr. Michael Lathrop. How are you, sir?
I'm well. Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, Michael. We can't hear you.
I'm not in a studio because the show is well, who knows what's going to happen with it. But anyway,
but wait, we like the backdrop. Look at the arcade behind him, Arlington.
This is a work in progress, but that's not why people are tuning in today. So I'm willing to risk whatever I've been building connections wise for 4 years and change, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. That's what
So
we're doing.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real, right? I really, I mean, I just don't care. I mean,
Right.
the league doesn't care. No, I mean, it just we're gonna keep it real. They don't care. I mean, for business people to lose hundreds of millions of dollars because they're worried about high-end clients pushing every person into suites or club level things. They don't care about any of the markets. They don't care about the markets they're going into. Everything is about chasing a dollar without logic. You
All right,
don't
now,
go
Michael,
play.
I'm gonna
You
stop
don't
right
go
there.
play at Ford Field for $500,000
Right,
per
okay.
game.
Now, Michael, I want to stop you right there. Arlington, I know you got something, so you go, and then I'll go with mine.
Here's the thing. We just not too long ago, sports business wise, we just seen with the WNBA that they put those shirts out saying, hey, we deserve to be paid, right? The UFL's not even asking, the players are not even asking for that. They want something, but not like that. My thing is for you to have a league that's so inept, and granted, the W has lost money themselves when it comes to this revenue stuff, right? They haven't made money. And Jamel Hill goes on a podcast with Billy Bush, talks about how leagues in the past, the NFL didn't make money for like 50 years. The NBA didn't make money for like 40 years of its first existence. That's fine. They have made profit now. My point is this. If you're going to lose money, what are you going to do to get better to make this work? The difference is you don't know what the hell it is. You don't know. It's just like you keep throwing things together. And now you can sit there and say, well, the NBA has done that. The NFL has done that. The NHL has done that. Major League Baseball has done that. And they're doing fine. Here's the thing. For this core product, this is a niche audience, and they're not even catering to that niche audience. That's what's the problem is. You're not catering to it. You're too busy thinking about the dollar and not thinking about what that future could hold as a viable spring league.
And right, with Arlington, you saying that, Michael,
Yes,
you
they
said
did have
that-
a pay dispute last season, so they did
Right.
wind up getting paid, but they wanted, it wasn't anywhere near with revenue sharing because they
Right,
weren't
yeah.
making anything.
Now, Michael, let's go back to the one point you said. Arlington talked about the pay, right? He talked about how they don't care about the fans and all that. You said that what it looks like right now is a money grab. You as a business guy going to college for that and all of that stuff, right? Why does this look like a business grab? Why does this look like a money grab to you as a business guy who studied that sports management, all of that in school?
Anyone that understands a business startup, just from the tax way of looking at things, the federal government, IRS, if you're starting a brand new business, you have year 1, 2, 3. Before year 4 starts, you got to be very close, or if not already making money. If not, the federal government starts to look at you as an entity funneling money, laundering money, right? This is basic business 101. And if anyone wants to look at what's happened with the USFL and the XFL, start looking at when things got started, why the merger had to happen for all of them. And everyone wants to talk about the USFL made money. Their lawsuit did not come out of the USFL Enterprises. It came out of Fox's paycheck. They settled for multiple millions of dollars. The USFL Enterprises was not profitable if it wasn't for Fox funneling money from a different way. It's just, if you don't know, you don't know. Don't tell me that they're profitable because you didn't know. Mike Mitchell knows. James Larson knows. The people in the know that the UFL, USFL, XFL, all of these people have been losing money for years. The merger was to reset the clock. Now, we just completed year 2. You're entering desperation mode, year 3. They are bleeding hundreds of millions of dollars. They have to get it as close to breaking even, or there is no season 4. They have to shut it up. They have to close up shop, or they'll have to sell it for somebody to hit the reset for another entity of a business. This is just basic 101. Anyone that understands business and filing taxes and how the federal government looks at you, This is it. I lost my team. They don't care. They'll take your deposit. They'll take your renewal. They will have a venue already prepaid. Seattle, Orlando, all these are prepaid. They left them with contracts and they handed back season tickets. They don't care. It's a reset, and they got to get it right this year. Birmingham, Memphis, Michigan, Houston, guess what? I'm sorry, but unless something crazy happens, this fluid situation has been fluid since day one. It's going to keep happening, and no one's market is safe. So guess what? My phone will probably stop being called, and they'll probably stop picking up my calls. And it is what it is. I don't care. My wife told me I'm insane for being involved, even though people don't think I'm involved. That's fine. The league is broke. Not the people that have the money. The league, the entity, is hundreds of millions of dollars in the hole.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because I want to compare, because me and Arlington were talking, and Arlington's like, no, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. But Arlington, I'm going to do it anyways. So I'm going to.
I know you are, because you tend to do a lot of things that.
I'm going to get a defamation of lawsuit probably. Now,
and you make sure you get the paper.
I will. Don't worry. I have heard, Michael. I have heard that there's a little less than about $1 million in the ticket stipend thing. Okay. Now, Michael, one of the things that we had put out when they talked about teams being announced without home venues, the Bandits, all of that, vacated markets with secured leases, Vegas, Orlando, Seattle, teams that were refunded their money, the Guardians and the Sea Dragons. That was only 2. Now we're talking about we're going to have to refund 4 markets. Michael, as a business guy, if we're looking at just a little under $1 million, right? And you got to refund 4 markets, where do you think that is? I'm saying it's about 49 to 52% money-wise. As a business guy and a guy that does that kind of stuff, where would you say it would be closer to?
Well, I mean, obviously they're not getting rid of St. Louis, so that's the cash cow. But so let's say maybe around 45%. So if you have under $1 million, 700, 800 million, or 1,000, whatever it is, and you have to give back half of that, or 45%, darn close to half of it. So are you going to be holding 350,000 left in the cash coffers at this point in the season? I mean, think about it. If everything has to go right before year number 3, at what point do you pull the plug completely if you don't get it right now? And firing people, I mean, we're not talking about seasonal layoffs anymore. This is not the norm. They have let go of full-fledged staffs, right, in markets. This is not just a cash grab. This is a desperation of getting the thing right. I mean, Redbird's not going to want to put any more cash in this. Fox doesn't want to put any more cash. Disney, all these people, they don't want to put any more money in. They just really don't. It is not sufficient. It is not self-sufficient. It's just not. And they got to a point. I mean, who's going to buy a franchise at this point? You're bleeding viewership. You were down over 600,000 viewers in the championship game alone from the year previously. And the year previously, I mean, if you really want to look, how do you compare that to 2 league entities before? So that was probably down too. I mean, apples to apples, how do you do it? But it's down. Viewership's down. Attendance is significantly down. And if you keep losing people, merchandise sales have got to be down. I mean, come on. You lost the Army, for crying out loud. You couldn't take the free money from the government. You couldn't fulfill your contractual obligations with the Army. So you didn't notice that the Army wasn't on the jersey this year, people? It wasn't on the field this year? You just lost Fred Smith, the guy that was subsidizing Memphis. His family ain't picking up that tab. I mean, at some point, whatever deals you had grandfathered in Birmingham with the venues, these things are all coming to an end. You can't pay $500,000 a game in Michigan. You just can't. Yeah. What do you think you're making off a game? You're not. You're bleeding money every time just to fly, put the people in the hotels, to staff the games and haul the merchandise in. You're not making money.
That's insane,
Yeah.
man.
You're
All right, we
not
got-
making money. You're losing money hand over fist. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, we got about 8 minutes left because I'd forgotten. I didn't want this show to go as long. We were surprised with certain guests. Arlington's got to get going to take care of some work stuff. Michael, as a business guy, and explain to people, explain to people why I keep calling you a business guy. Explain to people why I keep calling you that, because you went to school for what?
You just said that.
Business. I minored in sport management. I interned and worked with a bunch of professional, lower end professional clubs. I've done non-for-profits in sports. I mean, I'm a safety consultant by trade. I mean, whatever. I've worked my entire life in business. I understand the bottom line and budgets and stuff.
Okay. Now, with you saying that, if you are the guy that is making these decisions, right, for this league moving forward, what is Michael Lathrop doing? And what would Michael Lathrop do at the table sitting there of what needs to be done?
You are doing exactly what they're doing right now. It is desperation mode, 100%. You are slashing payroll. Payroll is the only controllable expense that a business has. That's why any business is always going to slash payroll. You're going to look at any other controllable expenses. If you're looking at venues, leases, whatever, right? The liabilities that you have. So you're going to look at that. And if you're spending, crazy money, you've got to get out from underneath that. If you got brands that are tanking, right? Certain aspects of, whether it's a product, a brand, whatever that you have. Like, this is why we see soda companies discontinuing certain drinks after a while. They're tanking. After a while, they're losing any strength in the marketplace. So you have to do that. The problem you run into is this business model was eventually, from day one, the USFL and XFL 3.0 said it was all about selling these franchises down the road. That's where they make money. The valuations are tanking. I mean, even Jerry Cardinal himself said on a podcast before the end of the season that Redbird Capital is no longer interested in buying into professional sports. He said the valuations have capped and they're tanking. Well, if they don't judge, if it's not justifiable anymore, even though the Celtics and the Lakers are selling for something, that's somebody has so much money they don't care. But in an entity like that, they're making their money back. The valuations on this, it ain't working. There is no valuation. To think that it's worth $100 million, $200 million, it's not. How can you value anything that's losing money hand over fist? And if you're buying in, now you have to pick up where the league has lacked. They're doing everything they have to do to cut. They got to figure it out, and they got to figure it out now. But here's the problem. I don't know how they make money. I don't see this happening. I mean, do they really kick off in 2026 after they burn half of their clientele right now? That's going to significantly tank viewership again on television. And are you really going to make any headway in the stands in a new market if you're not getting started now? Are you going to wait another month, 2, 3, 4? You're going to wait to the first of the year? You're going to be in the same exact situation. I'm sorry, but you might as well close the book. It looks like it's done. They're making a desperation play, but it looks like it's done.
Well,
I'll be public enemy number one. That's fine. But
no, I mean, it's fine, but this is what it's about. It's about to let the fans speak. Matthew, listen, we would love to have you on, but Arlington has to go, and I don't do this show without Arlington. So next week we will have you on. Michael, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. You guys tune in next week because where did Arlington go? Did he leave me? He left me. No, you know what? I'm going to bring Mike. I'm going to let you go because I know you're a busy guy, and I'm going to bring Matthew on for the last 5 minutes of the show. Michael, thank you for joining me.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right, so here we go. The last guest. Matthew, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, buddy. How's it going, bud?
It's going. All right, you got 5 minutes, bro. 4 minutes now.
All right. Everyone kind of stole my thunder, but Brett Tiers made a good point. I could equivalent the fans going through Cincinnati Heat as going the time I went to see the Yankees and Marlins in June and baking and that heat. You have to start the season. I would be bold. I would start the season between the conference championship game and the Super Bowl and give Fox an opportunity. Hey, there's football next week. Tune into the UFL. And I don't even play games on Super Bowl weekend. I would do a Friday night game and a triple header on Saturday.
Okay, I understand. Here's where I'm going to say I understand
And,
where everybody comes with that it's hot and it's baking, right? I get that. But Matthew, I'm going to ask you this on a Sunday night, on a Sunday day, okay? And again, we want this league to be taken as a serious professional league, correct?
Right.
Okay, now keep that in mind. You just said that. We want this taken as a professional, serious league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Matthew, we just had the Savannah Bananas here in St. Louis in July, last weekend. It was 97 degrees with a heat index of 110. 44,000 people sitting in the stands at the Savannah Banana games. Both nights, 85,000 people, both nights. It went over 95-degree weather with a heat index of 105 to 110, right?
Yep.
That's not professional. That's entertainment. That's sports entertainment. Okay?
Okay.
Explain to me, what's the difference between the Savannah Bananas, which is sports entertainment, to a league that is supposed to be considered professional football?
Well, I would
down, trust me.
I would go like this. Here's my answer to that. Not for nothing, the Birmingham Iron did better attendance than the Birmingham Stallions did. The Memphis Maniacs.
No, Matthew, not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
The question was, it's the middle of summer.
Mm-hmm.
We're a professional football league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're supposed to be professional. See, now everybody's saying it. They built a brand. They're established, right? Okay.
Right.
Again, this is where I'm going to blow this out. If we want to be considered as a professional league, I'm not just saying this for Stallion fans. I'm saying it even for the St. Louis fans. As the attendance dropped week after week after week after week, we're in a dome. Doesn't matter how hot it is. We're in a dome. Our attendance dropped week after week after week. Explain that to me.
Maybe, I don't know. You said that St. Louis fans were fair weather fans, and maybe the novelty maybe is wearing off in St. Louis just a little bit. I don't know. I don't live in St. Louis. I've been there a few times. But here's my rebuttal to that as well. Michigan is the only dome team in the USFL, and they had by far the largest attendance increase this year. And when you
scanned tickets distributed, not scanned, because the scan tickets were less than 10,000.
Okay.
I'm tired of tickets distributed and sold stuff. Give me the number that the tickets are scanned. You're telling me every single week in Michigan, just like you're going to tell me every single week in St. Louis, there was 27,000, 30,000 in the dome here in St. Louis.
Oh no, there wasn't. Not this year in St. Louis. I mean, there were a lot of empty seats in St. Louis, but I also know you had correct me if I'm wrong. You guys had a string of bad weather with storms for a while. That might have impeded it. I mean, I don't know.
We had 1 week where we had tornadoes.
Okay, well, that's a big thing. I would think so. I'm not because of tornadoes in New York, but I would think that would be a big deal. But the fans, I don't know. It seems like the other spring football leagues, when they started early in the year, the attendance was better. Even the AAF in Birmingham, they had 17,000 people. Memphis, the old Maniacs, did better.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. What I'm saying is I am tired of the adjective about with this season. Listen, St. Louis Battlehawks have been around for how long right now?
Since 2020. So we have, 4 years with the Battlehawks?
Yes, since 2020. How long has Birmingham been around? Since 2022, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So wouldn't you think if it's an established brand, wouldn't you think the numbers would go up or would they go down?
That should go up.
And what have we saw?
We saw them go down.
So again, it's right here. Brett said it, and this is the best excuse. Forget about scheduling, forget about marketing and all that. I'm talking about established brands. He says it right here. He goes, I can explain it. This league has done a dreadful job, including the fans. They need to take notes from 2020.
Yep, they do.
So, yeah.
2020 was the blueprint for success, and this current ownership has taken that book and thrown it away.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one. Now, Matthew, you're not losing a team because you have DC, right? Apparently.
Well, listen, technically, I lost 2 teams. I lost New York Guardians and I lost New Jersey Generals. And I adopted the DC General, the DC Defenders.
Right. Now, you do your show, United or UFL Fan Zone, right?
Yes.
What is it that you would want to tell this league? What is it that you would want to tell this league for something 2026?
You have not listened once to the fans because we've told you what we wanted, and you have done the exact opposite for whatever reason. It's like they're smart on us, and what Amber said, this is what we're gonna give you. You're gonna like it. Go screw yourself.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Hi, Mike. Matthew, tell people where they can see your where they can watch your show at and all that stuff. And then I'm getting out of here. That's all I know. I'm on
YouTube on the UFL Fan Zone. I do a couple of shows during the season. During the season, and because of what's going on, I've been doing like one every other day now. So
it seems that way, doesn't it?
Yep, I knew big changes were coming. I didn't expect to hear them this soon, but then again, the league has not told us anything either. So who knows?
Matthew, you got to remember, it's all unauthorized speculation.
Yeah, well, that's an oxymoron. I never even heard that term before this came out. Unauthorized speculation.
I didn't know speculation could be authorized or unauthorized.
Me neither.
All right, Matthew, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
All right, my man. Take care.
All right, guys, on behalf of Arlington and myself, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for expressing your opinions and your views. That's what this show has always been about, the X Fan Show. It's always been about you, the fans. And guys, if you don't like, see you later. If you don't like what you're hearing, send the emails to the UFL. Let them know. You're pissed. Tell them. Let them know. Because I'm telling you, as a St. Louis Battlehawk fan, I am a fan of this league. I showed you guys the hats, the shirts. Excalibur told you when he saw me at Walmart, I had my Brahmas hat on. I have a piece of apparel. I got this when I went to Houston. Bought it in the stadium. I'm telling you guys, I'm just not a St. Louis Battlehawk fan. I am a fan of this league. Always have been. And it is going to be very, very, very hard come 2026 to buy tickets to this league, to support this team, and to support this league. Because I will tell you this, we had the championship game 2 years in a row, and what did we do? We shit the bed in St. Louis. If we are supposed to be the #1 fan base, then our attendance should be growing every single year. But guys, I'm telling you, as a fan, not just of the Battlehawks, but as the UFL, I feel slapped in the face. I feel disrespected by this league and this ownership in every single one of them. The only reason every single week I talk about how I can't stand doing this, I can't stand doing it, I can't stand doing it, and I have 2 little people in my ear every single week. You know you're going to do it because of the fans, and that's exactly why we keep doing this show, is because of you fans who tune into our show every week. With that being said, you're right, Boomer. We're tired of being pissed on. I've been pissed on for 5 years. With that being said, we will see you guys next week.